I first went back to Nigeria in 2019, so that's the first time I've ever touched Igbo soil, right? And I was born to both mother and father who are Igbo from Owerri, Imo State to be precise, but I have albinism, okay? And today is actually International Albinism Awareness Day. So I'm going to give you guys some quick fire facts about albinism and what it is. And yeah, hopefully just to kind of educate, because a lot of Black people don't actually know what it is and have very, very strong misconceptions and understandings of what it is. So hopefully I'm going to try and fill it up very, very quickly. Okay, so it is a rare, non-contagious, genetically inherited difference present at birth, and it's present like in almost all types. Like both parents have to be carriers of the gene in order to pass it on, even if they don't have it themselves. So my mom and my dad are Black, appearing Black, like they look Black, right? But I'm the only one in both families who actually has albinism. Yeah, and it's a result, basically it's a result of lack of pigmentation. So I have zero pigment whatsoever. And a person with albinism are at a higher risk of contracting skin cancer, right? Typically between the ages of between 30 and 40, they're at a higher risk of contracting skin cancer, which, as we know, is a deadly disease. There is no cure for it. You can't be half albinism, like someone has said to me before when I was younger, you can't be half. You can't be half albinism, doesn't work like that. And the numbers vary, but it's estimated that in North America and Europe, 1 in every 17,000 to 20,000 people have some form of albinism. The condition is much more prevalent in sub-Saharan Africa, with an estimate of 1 in 1,400 people being affected in Tanzania, and the prevalence as high as 1 in 1,000 reported for select populations in Zimbabwe and for other specific groups in southern Africa. So the health challenges that are associated with albinism are as follows. It's a lack of melanin, meaning that you are highly vulnerable to like skin cancer, as I said. And yeah, 9 times out of 10, we all have, or people with albinism will have eye disability. So for me, I'm partially blind, quote unquote. I can see all of you. I can't see detail, so I can't see the color of your eyes. I can't see the people sitting at the back. I can't see your face at all. And I'm severely short-sighted. By UK law, I'm not actually allowed to drive. It didn't stop me from doing my driving lessons though, so don't tell. But by law, I'm not allowed to drive. And anyone in America, for example, where their laws are a bit lighter, lenient, they have made like certain adaptations so that they are able to drive, but here it's not possible. And it is very unfortunate, but we do have certain countries where, like Tanzania, right, where it is thought, because of misconception and misunderstanding of what albinism actually is, there are people in Tanzania who believe that people with albinism have magical blood, or that their bones are magical and can be used for money rituals, can be used for healing properties. So what families will do is that they will either sell their child with albinism to be a sacrifice, or they will have someone approach them. They may love the child, but they have someone that will approach them and say, hey, I will give you X amount of money if you allow me to take a limb of your child. And it's been reported that children are being like amputated in their sleep for their limbs. And this is a great, like if it's in Tanzania, I could not go to Tanzania, definitely for sure. I had a teacher in college once who told me like, oh, you have albinism. I was like, yeah, I do. He's like, great, don't come to Tanzania. You know, and it's a very, very big problem. Here in the UK, when I was growing up, I didn't actually know I had albinism until I was in primary school. I didn't see color, quote unquote. I just thought all of my family were, like, I was just different. I just thought, oh, I'm just lighter than them, but I didn't see it as a big deal. So I went to primary school, and someone saw my mom. They said, is that your mom? I said, yeah. They're like, oh, okay. Is your dad white? Yeah. Oh, okay. So like, are you sure there's no, you must have someone white in your family. I was like, I don't think so. I think we're all black and black. And then they said, oh no, but you must be mixed. So I went home and I said to my mom, I said, Mom, I'm mixed race. And she's like, come get out. Well, someone in school said that I'm like mixed race because I'm white and you're not white. How comes? And she was like, oh, you're adopted. I was a clown, just so you know. She said, oh, you're adopted. I adopted you from a white lady who couldn't look after you. I said, oh. So I went back to school and said, no, I'm adopted from a white lady who couldn't look after me. aunt who actually explained to me, you have albinism. And I didn't actually know what it meant, I didn't understand it. And I grew up that way, learning as I went along, because it's a very rare skin condition. So you don't actually have a lot of people with albinism that you see in the day. So when I see someone that has albinism, I run up to them and hug them. And it's very awkward, trust me. But I do it anyway because I don't see people that look like me. People with albinism are seen as the other. We're very underrepresented. And unless it is a movie about a witch, or a mythical creature, that's when you'll see someone with no pigmentation pop up, right? But we're very underrepresented, we're the other in that sense. And even when we're talking about issues with race, we're not a part of the discussion. Black people have literally shoved people with albinism to the back. I don't hold it against anyone. I think we as Black people have our own issues in terms of race. But I do know that when it comes to reckoning like my color with my identity, like I said, I'm a very staunch village girl by choice, okay? And then when I grew up, as I was growing up in school and everything, I didn't look like anybody, right? So I was too white for the Black kids, and I was too Black for the white kids. So in my mind, I have to make it very clear that I'm Black. So if there's any slang word, I'm gonna say it. If there's any way to perform Blackness, I'm gonna do it. Because I need people to know I'm Black. Okay, and I kind of that was my armor. That was how I presented myself. Even up until now, where it's become difference is cool. You see people with vitiligo paraded everywhere because it's cool, but it wasn't always like that. So if you see a person with albinism, give them a high five. Don't treat them any different because they're literally just like you. It's not contagious, you're fine. And another fun fact I'll give you, when I date guys, they genuinely assume that their kids will come out mixed race. It's very stupid, but this is the actual fact. I dated a guy and I said, hey, like, what's that all like? So what color would our kids be? Are they Black? They're like, no, they're like light skin, right? I have green eyes. Oh no, but so they're gonna have blue eyes, right? I said, no, they're gonna have black. They're Black. They're just gonna be Black. We have many issues in our community to deal with. But yeah, my name's Christine. I'm a person with albinism, and this is my